Do you feel a different kind of energy here?
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We have to excite our fan base. We have, believe it or not, won more games than most teams over the last decade. We've probably been to the playoffs more, but we haven't won for 3 years. And in this business, that's forever. That's what people know. And we have lost some of our hold on our fan base. We have to win that back. We have to re-energize our players, and they have to re-energize the fan base. And that means we have to win. They know it, we know it. We're trying to get it done with a new coaching staff. They bring new ways, a new system. There's a lot of change here. And all of it is directed towards one thing, making the team better, having a successful season.
So to recapture the fan base and to win right away, that's not easy for a first-year head coach. Is there a grace period? Is there a learning curve in the NFL for a first-year coaching staff, or are they expected to come in right away and win?
Well, I dare not say anything other than that we expect to do well, but you can look back historically. I think Bill Walsh won one game his first year. Chuck Noll might have won one game. There sometimes is a period of getting it all put together the right way. I hope that it comes on immediately as it did out in L.A. the last year. It can go both ways. I know what I hope happens. I think our fans hope. We'll see.
Have you thought about a legacy for yourself as you start to look back at your time here?
Oh,
Do you care about a legacy and what people think of you as
not much. I really don't. I am aware that we needed to win more games than we did. That haunts me. I just have to accept it. I understand it. I think I know why, and probably know better than most. It's part of how it has been for me, but every year is new. Every year is a different challenge, and I'm looking forward to this one. I'm playing a role, but it's a lesser role than what I used to. My family has taken over most of what I used to do. I'm allowed to be around. I'm grateful for it. But others carry the ball much more. And we're starting here with a whole new coaching staff. There have been big changes made around here. And we think that this gives us the best chance for the future. I'm not looking backwards, I'm looking forwards. And I think I know that's where our fans are looking.
So as you do look forward, do you feel like your relationship with the fans has improved in the last 10 years? You talked about the more wins, getting to more playoff games than other organizations.
Right now, our fans are edgy. We have disappointed. We didn't do well enough when we got to the playoffs. The last 3 years, we didn't even get to the playoffs. What they're thinking is this isn't going well enough, and they want it to be better. I want it to be better too, believe me. And we get that chance. That's what it's all about. We'll get out there and see if we can get it going the way everybody wants it to.
A.J. Green recently told me he wants to be a Bengal for the rest of his career. How much do you want him to be a Bengal for the rest of his career?
I think every bit as much as he wants us. He's been here. He's been a wonderful person in the locker room, not just as a player. He's a great player, but as a person, away from the public perception. He's a great person as well. He's what we want in the way of a player, and we want him to stay here. We want him to be happy, and I hope that it can be put together to his satisfaction. We're trying.
Just a couple more, and then I'll let you go. Andy Dalton, how big of a year do you think this is for him?
Andy is a very fine quarterback. He got hurt last year. I don't know why, but the public perception seems to be that meant he wasn't a fine enough quarterback. If we put the right people around him, he's proven that he can make this thing go well. I think that's where we are, and I think he'll do well, and that we'll do well.
It's no secret he's nearing the end of his contract. Is it important for him to play well this year to show you that he should be here long term?
Well, it's important for every player to play well, to show well. And Andy is no exception. That's just the nature of this business. You have to prove yourself anew every season.
I'll finish with this. As you mentioned, your family now has more control over decision making here with the organization. But what still excites you? What brings you here every single day? To be here early, to leave late, and to be invested in the team the way you are?
Oh, it's a wonderful thing to be involved with. There's a whole group of young guys trying to make their way. They compete internally. They compete as a group against others. It is a remarkable environment, and it's fun to be part of that. I remember years ago sitting with one of the presidents of P&G. We were playing a game, and it suddenly went our way, and I got all excited. And he just made the remark, he said, in your business it happens so fast. And I think that's true. When we do something that either pays off or not, bang, just like that. But that's a remarkable thing. It's a lot of fun to be involved with it, and I'm glad I still can manage.
If I may, one more follow-up on that one. Playoffs, a playoff win. You talk about the excitement of things turning quickly. Can you imagine what a playoff win would mean to you, and how much do you want that to happen, just to experience that moment, something you haven't experienced?
Oh, I want it to happen to my core. I've been here when it did. It makes this town vibrant when it happens. It's exciting. It's what we're all about. And yes, I'd like to have that experience again.
Zach's been on the job for about 5 months now. Just what has impressed you just initially by what he's kind of been able to do over this first initial part of being with the team?
Well, he's very organized. He has his thoughts in hand. You always feel that when you're around him. There aren't many surprises for him. He has a good knowledge of the game, as a game, the people around it, how it comes together, and I enjoy working with him. I feel lucky to be working with him.
When you look at his potential and what he can bring to this organization, what excites you?
Oh, I think he has the potential to get us back in a winning way that reaches the level that we want it to. And we want what the fans want, believe me. The only difference is we want it more. And I think he can get that done for us.
With the team opening training camp on Saturday, going up to Dayton, just how much are you looking forward to having that practice being held up in Dayton and getting to share that experience with
Well, it's the fact that Dayton is part of our market. Those are our fans. We have reached out to them in the past. We practiced up there. When we go there, we're well received. I look forward to being in front of those fans, showing them the team. And we're going up there for another reason, which is to commemorate the start of the NFL. We're in the centennial year of the NFL. And believe it or not, the very first game in the NFL was played in Dayton. between the Dayton Triangles and the Columbus Panhandlers. So they're gone, but the league isn't. And we have this wonderful tradition, and we get to commemorate it tomorrow or on Saturday.